Welcome back. Families out thousands of dollars after paying an estate sale company to sell their parents' most precious possessions. Investigative reporter Bill Spencer has spent the last 3 months tracking down one woman, the owner of an estate sale company, accused of stealing from 3 different families. Bill is here now to talk more about this case and has key information on estate sale companies we all need to know about before we ever hire one of these companies. I mean, Bill, this is something many of us do. Our parents pass away and we're hurting, we're emotionally down, so we hire someone thinking they're going to come in, take care of us, not take advantage of us.
That's exactly right. It's a very vulnerable time for these people. And most of us have never gone through an estate sale company. We don't even know how to find one.
Right.
Or what the rules are. So in this case, I had this woman who, her customers, 3 different families, accused her of taking altogether a total of more than $25,000. If you add all 3 of what these 3 different families lost. This woman conducted estate sales for each of these families. The families were supposed to get 60% of whatever was made at the sales. The estate sales owner of the company would get 40%, but instead she wound up taking 100%. She wound up taking everything. And again, this is 3 different families. And again, you're talking about people who are having to do this at their most vulnerable time.
Yeah.
I mean, your mom or your dad, perhaps both, have just died within the last few months. And suddenly you have to get rid of their most prized possessions. And these are also items that you grew up with your entire life.
They mean something to you.
They mean so much to you, right? Yeah. I mean, these are what your mother and father gathered together over their entire lifetime. So to you, these are items that should be worth millions of dollars. To you, they're worth millions of dollars. Yeah. In any event, they're worth tens of thousands of dollars. And so whatever is sold, you deserve to have that money, right? Instead, you're losing 2 different ways.
You're losing the prized possessions.
Losing the prized possessions and the money. Right. At a time when you're
hurting so much.
Yeah, we are absolutely brokenhearted. So again, the challenge is that most of us have never had to hire an estate sale company. So I talked with Carolina Petriciole. She's with the Better Business Bureau, and she talked to us about how difficult it is and why hiring an estate sale company is so tricky. Listen to this.
It's unfortunate, but a lot of people do get ripped off when it comes to having items sold for them, because there is no specific do's and don'ts. However, but there is do your homework in regards to who you're going to hire to do this for you, and that's super important. There is no licensing, there's no regulation in the state of Texas for estate sales. So it could just be you or I, someone that just comes in and says, we can sell these items for you. And a lot of people don't want the headache, and that's why they hire someone. They don't want the headache of having to list these items. They don't really know maybe how much it would actually be worth, so they go to the experts. But really and truly, it's not an expert if you're not needing to go some course and be licensed or regulated in the state of Texas. It's just based on, I guess, personal opinion. Exactly. So that's what you're looking forward to. It's not a person, it's not a professional who took some course or who knows the value of maybe some antique items, and you think, oh, these people would know better than I would.
I mean, that is valid, right? You would think. You would think.
Yeah, and that's what's so treacherous here is because you are dealing with, again, so many valuable items, right? The items that your parents gathered over their entire lifetimes. And it's worth so much money, and all that is at stake if you hire the wrong company.
So what can you do? What should you do to protect yourself?
Absolutely. So there are 3 critical moves you need to make if you're going to hire an estate sale company. And the first thing is to go to the Better Business Bureau website. Just Google BBB Houston, okay? You go to their homepage, and right up there you'll see a search bar, and you punch in the name of the company, okay, that you're thinking of hiring. And up immediately should pop up a resource page on that company. It will detail what the company's grade is.
It's almost like a report card.
It's like a report card, exactly.
For that company.
For that company, there'll be a letter grade. And in this case, the company that this woman operated in our story, she had an F rating, the worst possible rating you can get. Also on that page, though, you can read the customer complaints from different people over the last year. You can read the entire list of complaints for over the last 3 years. And you can also read exactly what these people are saying about the company. So that's a critical thing.
Great resource.
Try that. The next really important thing to do is to check social media sites like Instagram and Facebook.
People will be talking, right? Often that's where they go and they...
Yeah. And you want to do two things. You don't want to just punch in the name of the company. You want to punch up the name of the company plus the name of the owner of the company. Enter them both into Facebook and Instagram. And again, we did that with this, in this particular story that we did, and we punched in the owner of the company, and up all of a sudden popped were these people sounding off about what a terrible company it was and how they got ripped off. So, that's another key thing. And it's a good resource, right? Instagram and Facebook, because you don't have to pay anybody to do a people search or a background check or whatever. It's right there. And then the third thing, the third most important thing, it seems obvious, but many of us don't think of it. Check with your best friends, your closest friends and family to see if any of them have ever hired an estate sale company. What was their experience? Who do they recommend? That's really your best option when hiring any kind of a service that you've never hired before. Go to your friends and family and talk to them about it.
They can be a good sounding board.
Well, they'll give you the right advice, for sure.
Before I let you go, I want to ask you, you had the opportunity to speak to this woman, the woman at the center of all of this. Did she show any signs of remorse? Did she feel bad?
Oh yeah. She showed tremendous remorse, and she said basically it was very, very sad. She said that her son had committed suicide several years ago, and that just threw her into a huge mental depression. Of course, you got to balance that with, well, then why would you take other people's money when you are hurting? You know what it's like to lose someone close. They've just lost somebody close, and now they're losing again because you're taking their money. So it was a sick situation all around. But I'm glad that she agreed to talk to me. It took a long time. It took a long time to actually for us to get together. 3 months.
3 months.
I spent
hard
trying
work.
to
track her down,
get her to talk to me.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Bill, for joining us this morning. To see Bill's full report, head on over to our website. That's clicktohouston.com.